What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. You might recognize I'm wearing the same thing as I was in the last video, which is because I'm recording it literally right after. I have a bunch of carbon fiber parts I would like to install, and some of them I've had for a year or two that I've just been on the fence of installing. Some I've had over the winter, some I got like on my birthday. So let me just go through some of them for you guys, just give you an idea of what we're working with. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to having these on the car. So I hope you guys are as well. Let's start with the oldest thing I've had. I forget what the brand is for these, but this is rear spats for the STI, and they are carbon fiber. I was on the fence of running them. I had them listed for sale for a while, but no one really seemed to want to bite for them. So I figured I might as well put them on the car. I know a lot of people get these in like ABS. It's common for that. I don't think I've ever seen them with carbon. It came with this. I'm assuming this is like a silicone spreader thing. I'm not sure. Honestly, it will be pretty clean. The car isn't clean, but that will look pretty clean. It's gonna look dumb because I don't have a side skirt or front lip. So hopefully we get that sooner than later. I've had this part for a while. How long? Since Christmas, I want to say. This is a carbon fiber e-brake handle. I will post down where you can get this. It is real carbon fiber. It looks pretty clean. There is different versions based on what your car is. So the STI, you need that little groove on the bottom. That's a 2015 to 21, I believe. I also got this little red aluminum button. So this, I already know is not going to work for our setup because this is designed to use your original OEM silver clicky one. This right here is designed for an e-brake handle that is flat. So see how it's kind of like angled like a 45. It's designed for it to be straight across and not angled. So I might have to throw some washers in there just to kind of space it out. We'll see. That will be interesting. Inside of here, what do we got? We got a shark fin. I don't think I've seen anyone run this on their car. This is for the STI. I did test fit it. Test fit is pretty well. Signal loss for the radio, I have no idea. We might lose a lot of signal, might not. I'm hoping we don't. I think it's pretty clean. And the last thing I got from my fiance, and it is a Revel carbon fiber fuse box cover. And I already did a sneak peek at this. I thought this piece was absolutely gorgeous. I didn't know this was a Japanese company, but it comes with like a primer and everything you need to clean it off. So I'll make sure I clean that off, and it will be pretty nice installed. I'm gonna have to be very careful to not damage this because I do have a tendency of putting parts on my fuse box cover. So I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Let's go ahead and do the gift from my fiance first. It does come with a cleaner and a primer, so we'll do that, and then we can maybe use that stuff on the other parts. It's honestly just held on with double-sided tape. So I'll just clean the top, push it on, and it'll be done. Super easy, super simple. Should really clean up the car. Let's get this in right now. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, this is nice, babe. You understand now? You understand? It's like nice. Everything in the center is all on your face, and then carbon on the sides, a little key, but still nice. Just a good engine bay. We just need big fat turbo over here, big fat intake, carbon side fenders, aluminum radiator, you know, cheap stuff, cheap, super cheap. Front mount intercooler, you know. Cheap. All right, I think I'm gonna do the fin next. It's honestly a pretty easy mod. I did find some double-sided tape I have. It is a little bit thicker, but I think they'll be okay. My plan is to run a strip of tape just down the fin like that, and then it should just hold it. Fitment, I'll tell you right now, it's not perfect, but the tape will probably lift it up a bit. Honestly, you're never gonna look at it that close. If someone does and they're like the fitment, whatever. I'm not worried about it. I think that's the plan though. I think I'm just gonna run a bit of tape across it, slap it on, and call it a day. That was not too bad. Being that we use 3M tape, I'm honestly not worried about this coming off. This part, this part, this part, and even that part, those are all held on with 3M tape. Never had an issue. I'm not worried about it. So if you guys are worried about this flying off, just so you know, this has been on the car for I think 2 years. That's probably been 2-3 years. So like I said, 3M tape will hold it, no issue. I'm really not worried. And then once the sun kind of bakes this on, she ain't going nowhere. But I'm gonna say we tackle this e-brake handle next. This is something I've been wanting in the car for quite a while. If I was daily in the car right now, it probably would have been in already. It's just something that will really clean it up and set the car apart from others, because I feel like not a lot of people have this. So in the car, I would say the interior is still pretty factory looking. If you look around, you can tell obviously, you know, we got carbon here, carbon wheel. We got the dual gauge bezels here, the AEM gauges. I love them. I think they're awesome. I do kind of want to swap out boost with oil pressure and then maybe put like the boost gauge up here or here. Another day, another video. The theme of it was been OEM plus. So never take away what's here, just kind of make it look more OEM like it was always intended to be there. Even my airlift controller, if you've never seen this video, I'm pretty happy with what I decided to do with it. A lot of people will just kind of throw them in there or throw them in the little cup holder or even inside of here, keep it out of the way. Those methods all work, don't get me wrong. I just really like the finish here. It looks very OEM. You don't see any wires hanging, like there's no wire. It's because I got a thin one that's aftermarket, ran it underneath and tucked everything to look completely OEM. This is still obviously OEM. I am gonna swap out the boots. As you can see, it's torn right there. I've been looking for a black leather one with red stitching that looks like the OEM one, but I can't find one that I really trust will actually look the same. We're gonna take the e-brake handle off. We're gonna take the boot off and the button. It's all coming off. It's all getting replaced. This boot, we're actually gonna swap with the one from the Legacy. The one with the Legacy I put on a while ago. I actually got it from a scrapyard from like a 2014 or 15 Impreza, and it fits. Since the Legacy is kind of like the beater, right now it's the daily, it's gonna get the worn out boot. Later on, if we get another clean one from like the Wreckers, we'll swap it out. But I want the STI being the clean car that is in pretty well as perfect condition or really clean condition. Let's go ahead, tear this all apart. I think a heat gun you're gonna need to take this off. Other than that, it should be pretty simple. With the e-brake button, I'll show you guys just to show you, we can thread it in. It's so far threaded in now, I can't actually release my e-brake. We're gonna have to put some washers. Now, I managed to find two of these tiny washers. I'm hoping that will be enough. I don't think it will be, unfortunately. Yeah, you can see if I can't even close it now. So I'm gonna have to figure out how many washers it's gonna take. I ended up removing the washers just because I found as I was trying to release the e-brake, they were getting caught up in the mechanism. So right now there's no washers. I just loosened up the e-brake button. Seems to be working better, but for now I'll just leave it a little bit loose. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm on the fence. I'll admit I'm wondering if I should stick with the red or if I should go back to the original OEM one, which I have up in that cubby. So let me know what you guys think. I'm on the fence. And lastly, it's these rear spats. I think what I'm gonna do is maybe use the primer that came with the alternator cover, or I'll try using this stuff. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is a glue or what. It could be a glue. I don't really know. All right, this is what we're working with. Is the 3M tape a little overkill? Yeah, probably. But I'd rather this not fly off. I'm a little nervous with this flying off a lot more than the other parts. I went ahead and I cleaned and I primed underneath. So when we go ahead and stick this, it should have a pretty good bond. I noticed there was more holes on this part than there were clips. There's actually only 3 clips that hold on the bumper. Whenever I remove these pop clips from underneath the car, I like to just run them through water just to clean out the gunk, so it's a lot easier to put them in when you go to reinstall them. That's just one thing I do. If you guys want to do it, cool. If not, don't worry about it. I noticed there was holes on this where there wasn't clips. And if I look under the bumper, it's gonna be hard to see, but it actually has holes there. So I guess if there's water that builds up, there's areas for it to escape. And yes, my car is dirty. I need to clean it this week. I know I'm gonna do it. So let's go ahead, peel all this tape off, and hopefully I can line this up without screwing it up. I think I can, but it's gonna be a little difficult. It's on, it looks good. I knew it did come out a little bit there, but I did forget about it. So it's a little annoying, but I can live with it. I don't know if maybe I just did a poor job lining it up to where I had to like force it on. I might redo this later. I gotta bust out the heat gun to do it. It's a pain in the ass, but I'll try the other side, see if I do have that much of a gap. But the front lines up. I did have to use a self-tapper right there, just to kind of help hold up this part right here, but it's on there. I'm not afraid about it coming off, that's for sure. So the 3 clips held it in place, double side tape holding in place. I'm just not completely sure if I lined it up 100%. So I may redo this one, but let me get the passenger side done and see if I had a similar outcome. Well, that is the one side that I showed you guys earlier. I think it looks friggin' sweet. I should have done this a lot longer ago. I always knew I wanted it. I just was, I don't know, for some reason on the fence. I think really just what held me back was I wasn't gonna have a side skirt or a front lip, and I just feel like now, especially, like the car needs it. It's a lot of money to throw on the bottom of a car knowing at any point you could damage it. Like if I had the lip and the side skirts on it right now, I would have destroyed all 3 of them back when I first moved here, because I bottomed out and destroyed my oil pan. And it ended up denting my side skirts, and it very well likely would have destroyed my front lip. So if I did that, I'd be down 3 expensive carbon fiber parts. So I'm on the fence. I don't daily this car now, and I doubt I will daily this car just because of my working situation and where I live. It just doesn't make sense for me to daily it. I like it a lot. Look, this is the passenger side. This side, instead of just putting the clips in to line it up, I just kind of eyeballed it and slapped it on. It's not bad. I mean, it is carbon fiber, so you have to keep that in mind with fitment. It's never perfect, but obviously, honestly, it's really not bad. So that is the passenger side. Not bad. Same thing where it kind of sticks out. I don't know why that is, but same thing. I put a self-tapper again on the bottom. Something I am thinking about getting is the carbon fiber surrounds that go around your exhaust. I don't know what you would call this. Exhaust trim, surround, exhaust shroud. I don't know. I am thinking about getting those. I've been wanting them for a while. So I'm hoping once I slap those on, hopefully it kind of fills in that gap. I don't know. I haven't seen them in person, but I am really thinking about it. So that would kind of help tie the carbon going all the way around. I think it would give it a really clean look. And then this is obviously, I just gave it a quick wash to give you an idea. I like it a lot. Very happy. All right, that is it for this video. We installed 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon fiber parts, new e-brake boot, and a new e-brake button. Let me know about the button. I'm on the fence. I am going to look at making a spacer for it so we can fully tighten it down. I don't know. Maybe I could buy something that would be really convenient, but I'll just ride it out as is. Right now, it's not really affecting me. Honestly, the car needs now the side skirts and the lip, but we're going to hold out on that. That will be later on. I just think it'd really clean up the car in general. Let me know what you guys think about the STI fender badge. I was debating on putting it here and removing the carbon fiber. So that's the carbon. And that's the red. I'm on the fence. This is probably the same quality, exact same thing that the front emblem was. It's probably gonna fade and chip apart. So that's kind of making me not want to do it. But that'll be it, guys. If you need any of the parts down below, I'll link them in the description so you guys can purchase them for yourself. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Take it easy.